This is what we do through Power BI. In case you have to do something similar through Excel, in that case, we have to use something called as Power Pivot.
Okay.
The concept is exactly same. We will have different tables, we'll have different columns, we'll create the relationship. You can create calculated columns, you can create measures. Everything remains the same. You can create measures, everything remains the same. Only thing that is different is, one, you will have a tab here called Power Pivot.
Okay.
And here you see there is a measure, there is a data model.
Okay.
This is the manage data model. When you click on manage data model, you will be able to see the connections that we had established there.
Okay.
Prior to Power BI, within Excel, they had tried to do it in this fashion.
Okay.
So now you can see this data view, diagram view, then calculation area, then these measures, columns, everything is there. Now, suppose I want to get the data, I will say from other sources, and I can get Excel file, which file, and I have my orders table. Use the first row as headers. Next. So this one is my table, and I say finish. So my first table gets loaded.
Yeah.
And I can see the data here.
Yeah.
Similarly, I can say other sources. I go to my other table, Excel.
Okay.
First one was order. Next, I'm going to get customers or okay, could be types. Use as headers. Next, finish. So now I have got, see, I have got two tabs here, two sheets. One is the orders, second one is cookie type. And then I get the third one, which is the customer. Close. So now I have got these three. If I go to my diagram view, I will see all these three over here.
Yeah. Okay. So model view equal to diagram view.
Correct. Old wine in new bottle. So now I can create the relationship, customer ID, drag it, drop it here. Cookie type, drag it, drop it on the product. Same thing. When I click on data view, I will get this data. I come to cookie types. This is my revenue per cookie, cost per cookie. If I want, go to orders table. I want to know cost per order. Cost per order is what? Cost per order is your insert column.
Sold. Unit sold.
Yes. Unit sold.
Divided by product
units sold into let's say cost per cookie. Now cost is in another table, so I'll use related.
Yeah.
Related what? Cost per cookie.
Yeah.
And I press enter. And I can rename this to calculated cost per order. Now I can add revenue per order also. correct?
Hmm.
So this is the way we add the calculated columns. If you need a measure, I will come here in this bottom section here below this gray line. Okay. And I can say new measure. Where is my new measure? New measure. Measures. If I say new measure, I can get my measures from here and I can say what is my measure? My measure is, let's say, count of customer ID,
Hmm.
or it is suggesting count of column name,
Mhm.
either way. And I say okay. Now see this measure that we got here. If I go to the manage, I will see the measure over here, right at the bottom. You see this?
Okay, okay.
It is outside the
That's what
table.
you're saying here. But in Power BI, it was showing in the okay,
Exactly. It was showing as a separate column. So we had to
Yeah.
show it in the report view. Similarly, here if I start writing and I say measure 2, and I can add the measure 2 as sum of cost per order. If you get this drop down, it is easier because then you can exactly point out to the column name. Yeah. Cost per order. Okay. So here, I say enter. And this will fetch me the total cost for all the orders. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing over here is I can directly create pivot tables from here. Suppose I want to create a pivot table. I will say in a new worksheet. And from here, I can choose my columns. Maybe cookie from one table, then orders table, I will get cost, units sold, let's say. So this is my total units sold by product. Now here in Power BI, we do everything to visual. Here they have, instead of visuals, they have given something called as here itself. Directly, I can create like conditional formatting. I can create KPIs here. What is a KPI? KPI is a key performance indicator where I can choose certain values, certain columns, and monitor their values. How? I can say, let's say, measure 2. There could be a target based on which I am tracking the values. Or there could be an absolute value based on which I am tracking my target. So if you look at the total sales here, there is 3,38,000, 1,54,000, 1,62,000. So let's say there is a figure of 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
20,000.
It's 20,000.
Now, anything below 20 lakhs, below 2 lakhs can be I can put the values here. Anything below this will be red in color. Anything above this will be green in color. In between, it will be red. I can drag and change it also. I'll just change it as per my values so that it will give me different colors here. Okay. 156, 216, and this. I say okay. Now, this measure has come here. And along with this, I will be able to see one measure has gotten here. Okay. So when I have this, I can add them over here. See this?
Okay.
So it is telling me if my values are achieved, then I will get red in color. If the values are not achieved, then I will get green and red and blue and like that. So if I now go back to my manage KPIs, measure one was, oh, it was count of KPIs. Now see, all these values are above my target. So they are showing as green in color, the status measure. So it depends on what the values are. Depending on my values, I can also create new measures from here and monitor
I
them.
didn't understand. You said our goal is 2 lakhs, right?
Yes.
Now
So
it changes.
yes, I'll show you what it is. So there are two measures here. Okay, one is measure 2 is sum of orders. So what is my sum of orders? This is my total order. Now from this, what is my KPI here? It is based on measure 2. Absolute value is, let's say, now see, this was measure 1. Okay. So I'll switch off the measure 1. I don't need the measure 1. I'll just use measure 2. Okay. Now what is the measure 2 showing? Measure 2 says anything which is below my target or below the numbers will give me green, blue, green, yellow, or red. So if I now click on this, I will get an understanding of this. What it is?
Mhm.
If it is more than 74, 1,74,000, it is green in color.
Yeah.
So here more than 1,74,000, only one value is there.
Yeah.
Okay. If my target here is absolute value target is 1,50,000. Okay. And anything below that, if I were to cover this, right, I can also make it 1,40,000. Then based on this target, how many values, where am I with respect to the target? It is a visual indicator. Measure 2 is 6,76,000. This is 77,000. This is 3. Oops. This is 3,41,000. This is 2 lakh. Okay. So the values have to go up here. And it's okay. See now, I have red, blue, green, red, green, yellow based on my values. So what are my values? This one was my target of 3 lakhs. Anything below that is red in color. Between the range, what is my range here? Anything below 266,000 is red in color. See this? This is 77,000, measure 2. This is 2,20,000. This is 2,10,000. Anything above 3,47,000 is green in color. What is this? Is 4,46,000. This is 6,76,000. Making sense?
Yes.
This same thing you can do in Power BI also. In Power BI, it is called as a report. In the report view, you have a KPI option here. See this KPI? This we will do when we do the visuals.
Okay, KPI, I can see.
Yes. So between Excel, like I had been telling you, Power BI came later. So when it was initially introduced, they did it through the Excel.
But KPI will be beneficial for me for the test reports. Means above the range is red,
Yes.
yellow, and green.
Yes, yes. It is a visual indicator actually. When you send to the management as a report or the team status reports and all those, this has more eye value, I'll say. It is easier to get somebody's attention using the red, blue, yellow, green than giving some numbers. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Okay. We have to try it.
Yes.
Yes.
Try this out. It is just extension of what we have been doing so far. So that will give a good grasp of it.
Send me the recording, please.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.